Yeah, good morning, all of you. Welcome to the final concluding session of Ambassadors of Nature program. And thank you all for joining in. It's been a wonderful 6 weeks with all of you and your wonderful assignments and your responses and discussions. I hope you all enjoyed. We have with us Dr. Shankar, Director SACON, and he will be concluding the valedictory session for all of you. Before I give it to him, I'll ask Pramod sir to say a few words first. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to all. So it's very nice. 6 weeks we have traveled together. We were actually, when we were started this program called Ambassadors of Nature, we were not very sure how things will go out. But with your full-hearted efforts and work in the field, all of you know that things went on well. All of you were very excellent in the field. What we wanted you to become ambassadors of nature. That means going and first of all learning from nature, about nature, and you show your capacities to learn directly from the nature, which you have done, and you have presented your all every week on right time on Friday evening. You have presented all your assignments of observing nature nicely, and we are actually proud of all of you. Now you are all in a way become SACON students. We have at the age of 11, 12, 13 and all, so young age, SACON's old student. You are ambassadors of nature, also ambassadors of SACON as well. Okay, now you learn. Now this inspiration what you got these 6 weeks, you should take throughout your coming days in learning about nature. I hope whatever you are learning, you will get this experience and enrich the experience further. Anytime in future, if you are getting chance to learn from, do anything with the nature, engage with the nature in various ways, you should not feel shy to contact any one of us, any Ajdi or myself, to get more input for you to learn about nature, about birds and everything. About that, you should keep this your track, which is very nicely started forward. So today we have to give you the blessings for your future. We have our director, our boss. He is actually our inspiration in our institution, and he is there directly. Came to you on a Sunday to talk to you, to listen to you. Also, last 6 weeks, what you have done. So actually, you have already talked to me and Aditi for the last 6 weeks. Now today, exactly, you are talking to our director, also to many people across the country who are listening to you through tomorrow in the through this YouTube link. Hundreds of thousands of people may tomorrow see you, what you have learned in the last 6 weeks. So this is what you are going to talk. So I welcome on behalf of all of you and on behalf of myself and Aditi, our director, Dr. K. Shankar, to this valedictory session. After your presentation, he will give you his valedictory blessing talk to you. Sir, before they start, if you would like to say a couple of words, please say a few words. Then after that, we start their 5 minutes presentation. Each person will be presenting 5 minutes of their experiences and feedback after your.
So that will be nice. Let them talk first. Then after that, I'll get back.
Okay, Dadidi, you can invite them. No, Aditi is muted. You are muted.
Yeah. So I'll call out names one by one. Okay. And so first we'll begin with Vivan from New Delhi. Please introduce yourself and
Yes,
share your screen.
I am Vivan Singh. I study in class 6 and I am 11 years old, and I also live in New Delhi. So I'm sharing my PPT which I made based on every week's assignment. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so Yes. So session 1 was on diversity of plants around you. So what did I learn? I learned how to identify a plant as a bush, tree, or a shrub. I also learned plant phenology, that is timing of flowering, leafing, and fruiting of a plant. I observed and got to know about some common plants in my neighborhood that I didn't notice before. For example, lemon, hibiscus, and tamarind. I learnt about tree autograph as I read about it in a novel, but I did not know its meaning. And by drawing pictures of flowers, I learnt about their different parts. So in session 2, I learnt about diversity of birds and the behavior. So I learnt about birds and about the different species that live in various habitats. So I learned different needs of a bird, for example, habitat, food, water, etc. And I also observed that birds behave differently when there is a predator around. So, for example, when there is a kite, so all the pigeons start flying. So there is like a air riot around there. And session 3 was diversity of butterflies and their behavior. So butterflies are beautiful little animals. I learned more about their life cycle. So first they are eggs, then after some decent amount of time they become very small caterpillars. Few days later it changes into its pupal stage, and after some weeks these butterflies come out of the pupa, and half an hour or so then they can start flying. So I also observed that butterflies cannot fly as soon as they come out of the pupa. Uh, in session 4, I learned about mammals and their behavior. So I learned about mammals and their different adaptations. It was interesting to know that a mammal's body parts help it in many ways. For example, the snout of a pig helps it in digging mud. I observed many mammals, but I observed squirrels the most. These fascinating creatures like to eat nuts and sweet fruit items. Adaptations are very important for mammals as it helps them survive in different conditions. So I also learned that cats really like eating mice. I say this because observed a cat in my neighborhood and it saw a mouse and it chased it until at last the mouse was caught. Then session 5 was some unique ecosystems in our neighborhood. So the park near my house was the main ecosystem for birds and insects. There were different species of plants and animals in different places. For example, butterflies were in the park, but they were not near the road. Why was this? It was because the road did not have flowers and the park had flowers. Uh, so thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sir Vivan is sitting at Delhi, and he is. All these people are looked at their immediate surrounding. What we have asked them to observe only in their 500 meter in their around the house. So just in their immediate neighborhood was their area of exploration. This is for information, sir. Okay, Aditi, we can call the next person. Vivan, very good. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
next one. Aditi, mute, unmute.
Yes.
Aditi,
Yeah. Thanks, Vivan. It was well within time. So next we have with us Saida Asba Fatima. Saida, please introduce yourself and share your screen.
Good morning, Director of SACON and Aditi Madam and Pramod Sir. Good morning, all of you. I am sharing my screen. My name is Sayyeda Asma Fatima and my age is 11-year old. I am from Rajnandgaon, Chhattisgarh.
Yes, Saida. Go ahead.
Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and Natural History, Ambassadors of Nature, Sayyeda Asma Fatima. First assignment, Wonders of the Plant World. Uh, In my garden, there is a banana tree. You can see right side. And in my garden, there are lots of flowers. I paste some pictures: rose, pink hibiscus, yellow hibiscus, and a picture of mango tree bark and types of leaves. Leaves are there. Second assignment: wonders of the life of birds. I really enjoyed this assignment. I love bird watching, and you can see purple sunbird sitting on red hibiscus, and this is a laughing dove. This is oriental magpie robin. I click all these photographs in my garden. And this is a scaly-breasted munia, bee-eater sparrows, black drongos, yellow sunbird. In my garden, there are lots of bird come. You can see. Third assignment: wonders in the life of butterflies. You can see these butterflies, and I really enjoyed this assignment also. And the butterflies is sucking nectar from marigold flower. Fourth assignment: wonders in the life of mammals. Blue whale is largest mammal on earth. Some mammal lives in water like dolphin. Kangaroos are also mammals having pouch in their belly to keep young ones. Fifth assignment: some unique ecosystem in our neighborhood. I made this drawing. This is in left side. This is my house garden, and in right side, this is a open place. Lot of animal and plants are there. Sixth assignment: experiencing sound of nature. In summer season, we can experience sound of some insects in deep forest. At morning and evening time, we hear sound of birds. In my garden, often I hear sound of bumble. This is a photo of kingfisher. In summer, the kingfisher come. I click the photo of kingfisher. You can see. This is some photos. Bird diversity of India, 13,000 plus species. Bird diversity of the world. Thank you. I want to become a scientist in SACON, like Aditi Madam and Pramod sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Asba. It was a very nice effort. She's
Yes,
the
ma'am.
most, Shankar says she's the most introvert of all the students, and but she really does well with her assignments.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thanks, Saida, and thanks Saida's mom. She's always there with her. So thank you so much. So we'll
Ma'am,
move on.
something.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, I want to become a scientist in SACON, like Aditi Madam and Pramod sir. And I really miss you all. And I continue my bird watching, and I daily fill my data on eBird. Thank you.
Sir, you are muted. Pramod sir, you're muted.
Saida, Saida, what you need to do is you now study well in your classes now, get good marks, continuously continue your observation on nature, can learn everything. As I said in my presentation, we keep a diary for you about your own bird observations and all. Come up in after your college days, definitely you should contact during your college days and all. You can become a scientist provided you keep your interest alive all the time. All the best for you. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Saida. Next, we have Ritvik Bala. Ritvik, please introduce yourself.
Hello all, I'm Ritik Bala here. I'm 11 years old. I study in 6th standard Vidyaniketan Public School, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. And these assignments of SACON was very interesting. It's enjoyable too. So
Yeah, you can share your screen.
yeah. Can I see it?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, these are not just experiences. These are beautiful experiences too, which I can take with me to my future. The first assignment was plants. The most interesting thing which I observed in plants were their diversity. First of all, I thought the plants were all about flowers and their beauty, but now I understood that the leaves were so diverse, their venation, their shape, their color and size. Look at these leaves, even these two pictures. They are all of different shape, size, and color. The most favorite leaf of me, my most favorite leaf is of the Japanese fern. It's just like a craft work of just like a craft work from some big artist. And I also understood many different types of seed dispersal, such as in one tree I found out many seeds which were dispersed through air. First of all, I thought they were leaves, and then I found out that they were all seeds. The seeds were more than the leaves. It was very amazing. And the assignment number 2 is birds. Of course, birds are my favorite. They are so loud, they are so active, they are so colorful. I have a palace tree, two palace trees in the park near my apartment. I saw many birds in that. I even found the Asian paradise flycatcher there. It visited us on that day. For a long time we didn't see, but just last week, the second bird assignment, I saw it once again. I was so happy. I thought it came, it searched for food and it went away, but it came, but it's there. I even observed a parakeet hole specifically. In that, the chick was big enough to fly. It was flying, but its parents were constantly feeding it. Um, we while before the corona started, we used to go and roam around in hills to find birds, but now I got a chance to understand that there are many birds just in front of our apartment. It was very nice. And next, butterflies. The most interesting thing which I found out that even butterflies have quarrels. Even they have rivals. So two common cerulean butterflies, they were flying around near a Tridax procurements flower. A common crow came and tried to sit on the flower, but the common cerulean didn't allow it to sit. It kept driving it away. It kept on driving it away. It was very nice. And I also observed the tawny coaster butterflies caterpillar. There were more than 100 in just one host plant. The caterpillar is totally different from the butterfly. It was wonderful too. Next, mammals. There aren't many mammals in our area except man. I got a chance to observe all these mammals keenly. The most interesting thing here is that a flock of goat eating parthenium. I was so surprised because the parthenium plant is causing a lot of destruction and havoc in India. It's invasive and it's very destructive. And I was so surprised. I also included man in my assignment, and I was able to understand his adaptations better. Assignment number 5 is ecosystems. About ecosystems, I got a chance to observe all the kingdoms together, and it was wonderful. Um, it was wonderful. In ecosystem 1, it was a park, a well-kept park. The gardener uh, the gardener continuously was cleaning, so there weren't many insects. But in habitat 2, it was out of human out of the reach of human. There was a large pile of dried leaves. There were many roaches and bugs. It was a wonderful experience for me too. And assignment number 6 is bird watching. There's a second assignment for birds. It was very nice. I also opened my eBird account. I gave in all the data. I think I put 6 checklists before this assignment. I put one and observed 3 different places, and the birds were very different. And in the habitat one, in the first area, I observed in 2 times. The 2 times, first in the morning and then in the evening, there were 2 different sets of birds. It was I was able to feel it. And there was also a fight between a squirrel, a myna, an owlet, and a woodpecker. The woodpecker won because it had its beak and it just warded off its rivals, just like a warrior. And thank you everyone for this wonderful chance.
Pramod sir muted. Pramod sir, you're muted.
This anyway, Ritik, congratulations. Excellent work you have done through the 6 weeks.
Thank you, sir.
Director sir has already met you once, I remember, and also you have returned to sir also once. So I am sure Director sir will be remembering you. You have done an excellent observation throughout. All the assignments were good. You have keep doing, keep observing this nature observation continuously with your same spirit. Continuously learn. Also learn your textbooks and all this, your class works also well. Come up in the life. Okay, you are now only in the 6th standard now. You all the best for you.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Ritvik. All the very best. Next, we have Debadrita Roy. Debadrita, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, please.
Good morning, everybody. Myself, Devatrita Roy. I am from West Bengal. Now, I am sharing my screen.
How old are you, Debadrita?
Ma'am, I am class 6. Oh, ma'am, sorry, I am in class 6. I am class 12.
12 years old.
Ma'am, I am in class 12 years old.
Okay, you're 12 years old and you're in class 6. Okay.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Today we are at the end of the session. Now I am going to share my experience with you all. Welcome to you all in the world of nature. Through this session, I have learned lots of things about plants, birds, butterflies, mammals, etc. For the first time, I have come to know that butterflies have their individual names. Few butterflies are very calm and some are very agile. Through this entire session, I have enjoyed many interesting things like autograph of plants. I knew that generally celebrities give the autograph. Sometimes they refuse, but when I heard that the plants give us autograph, I was surprised and thought, how is it possible? After learning the process, I was very happy because each and every plants give their autograph happily. And I learned about stems by this process. Before joining this session, I have believed that we can get knowledge only from books, electronic gadgets. After almost completing this session, now I believe that nature is a great teacher and we can learn more things about nature directly from them. From this session, I came to know that how biotic and abiotic things live in harmony in ecosystem. All the animals, birds, insects live in this planet to help each other. I also understand that as a human being, we also dependent on living and non-living things. So we should take care of them. Through these activities, I also understand that we will be very careful to save our earth. And as a member of Ambassador of Nature Group, I desire to be an ambassador of art in coming future. And at last, I want to give thanks from my bottom of my heart to all sir and madam of presence, and also thank to my parents who gave me the information about this program. And I also thank to my fellow friends from whom I also learned so many things. Once again, thanks to all.
Thank you. Patrita, open
Yes,
your,
sir.
open your video. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Debatrita, you have not presented your wonderful drawing of the ecosystem.
Thank you, sir.
Because anyway, this is for the information of our director, sir. Because most of the drawings which the students are presenting in the presentations are all they have done as part of their different assignments. Which they are, many of them are, including the Ritik and earlier people are presented in the drawings. Most of them they have made as a part of their exercise. And but Jayapatrita had done a very excellent ecosystem drawing of their surrounding with a proper labeling, which he has not presented. Still, it was good. But you have done a very good all assignments very well, Jayapatrita. Okay, all the best for you. All the best for you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Devadrita. Next, we have with us Adrija Bhattacharjee.
A very good afternoon to everyone present here in this gathering today. My name is Advija Bhattacharjee and I am 13 years old, and I will be summarizing my feelings towards these 6 sessions we did at SACON. So before these classes began, I thought that I knew a lot about nature. But after these classes, I actually realized that what I knew was merely a fraction of what there is out there. And there is something wonderful about long distance train windows at night. You look through them and notice small huts which are being illuminated by a single source of light. It somehow reminds us how important little things can be. So, this was kind of the light in this dark pandemic situation. When I got the email, I could not believe myself because when my father gave the opportunity to me, I thought that this is a huge opportunity and I will try my best, but I don't think I have the capacity to do that. But I was very happy when I got the chance to prove myself in this field. First day, I was very nervous because I thought that the classes were going to be very much professional and it was going to be like school classes. Everyone will be quiet, we will be listening to our teachers. But when the classes began, I was so happy when I saw that though the classes were very much professional, all the teachers and all of us present here were so helpful, were so intelligent, and would jump right in to help whenever they could. Throughout the classes, I learned many things about leaves, their creatures, birds, ecosystems, and their sounds. But I learned two very important things that I didn't know before. The first one is everything is connected in nature. Everything goes somewhere, and nature knows this best. There is no such thing as a free lunch because if anything is not put in the ecology, it's not there. For example, a blade of grass, even a blade of grass which is in the soil, it's connected with soil, and some insects or microorganisms cling onto the into the roots of the plant. So, in this way, everything is connected, and this may be taken in a scientific way as well as a deep philosophical fact. The most obvious reason would be that because the need to survive and for their own reasons. But if we take it in a different way, which is that loneliness is an ocean full of travelers trying to find their own place in the world, And without friendship, support, or help, we are all alone in this world without any harbor and no home. The second thing which I learned was nature is ever at work, whirling and twirling, destroying everything and keeping everything in its beautiful song on its own. And somehow it creates a beautiful world on its own by doing these beautiful uh, things, by uh, destroying and creating, then again destroying in this cycle. I am beyond grateful for everyone present here at SACON for giving me this opportunity. I would like to show my presentation now to showcase some of the skills I captured whilst doing these assignments.
Excellent, excellent, Adrija. All your presentations were good.
Thank you.
All your assignments you have done excellently. One thing which I wanted to inform you all. Anyway, we will explain you now. We are evaluating all your assignments once more very carefully. And each one, before you get your certificates, we will evaluate your overall performance in the different six your assignments which you have submitted, and all of you will be graded into A and B and C if it according to. It doesn't mean that somebody will definitely present it much more excellently. So, but according to my general, myself and Aditi has sat through your presentation, your assignment. By and large, all of your presentations were above expected level or above it almost excellent. But even then, we will be going little more careful assessment. We are not telling you that detail now, but we will be sending while your certificate, when you reach a certificate in your hand, it will have an information to what was your grade A and B or C and all. Okay, but this was very good. Your today's presentation also was good. Your assignments were excellent, Adrija. All the best.
Adrija is sharing her slides, sir.
Adrija, you can. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I continue?
Yes, sure.
Quickly. Already you are taking a lot of time. Quickly.
Yes, sir. So this was a vote of thanks, and these are some of the pictures I took. This is a green bee eater, and this is a scaly-breasted munia, and the second picture is its nest, and this is a black-rumped flameback, and this is a spotted dove. This is a white-throated kingfisher, and this is an oriental magpie robin. This one is a weaver bird, and this is its nest. We have a palm tree near our house, which is full of the weaver bird's nest. This is a purple-rumped sunbird, and this one is a olive-backed sunbird, and it was building its nest. This is a barn owl, and this is a common tailor bird. And this is an Asian quail, and this is one white-rumped lone chura.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir. And again, a vote of thanks. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Adrija. Yeah. So next we have with us Navya Ahuja. Navya, please introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to all present here. I am Navya Ahuja, and my name is Navya Ahuja. I'm of class 9, and I want to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity for participating in the Salim Ali Center for participating in the Ambassadors of Nature program conducted by Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and Natural History. Hope you enjoy my presentation. Look deep into the nature and then you'll understand everything better. Albert Einstein. In this amazing 7-week journey, we got 6 different assignments which had compact with expert talks, which were very amazing. and through which I got an opportunity to learn and explore nature in many different ways. The first assignment was about diversity of plants around us. I got to learn more about the essentials of life on Earth, that is about the plants. We had to make a note of common plants, trees, herbs, and shrubs present around us. We also had to observe different kinds of flowers and leaves present around us in this assignment. The bright yellow colors of sunflowers, the glittering red, pink, and yellow roses, as well as the dazzling red, pink, orange zinnia flowers, the glowing white, pink, and orange bougainvillea flowers, and the glaring white, purplish red begonia flowers were truly amazing as I observed them. I learned about variation of size, shape, and even color of plants. I also learned about the diversity in flowers, leaves, and each and every part of a plant. The second assignment was of diversity of birds and their behavior. We had to observe different birds and then note down about their variation in diversity in different habitats. I got to learn various new things about birds like anting and various others. Especially by observing the rose-ringed parakeets, I learned about how they build their nests and how also they try and camouflage and protect themselves from various predators. The most thing I love about the birds is how they teach us to be confident, to have faith in ourselves, and never stop trying. They also teach us in a way that we should spread our colors no matter how we are, and to never to fail an impact, that is to always give our best. And now the third assignment was about butterflies and their behavior. We had to observe many butterflies during this assignment. I got to learn to identify many species of butterfly as well as many other things about them, which are a lot in number, and the time is very less to make them count. The beautiful yellow and orange plain tiger butterfly was camouflaged beautifully among the marigold flowers, which is also a technique to protect themselves from the predators. And I also observed the enchanting greenish yellow, common yellow grass butterfly, which was also truly amazing. These are some of the other species of butterflies which were observed by me during the assignment. And the egg of a plain tiger butterfly, the plain tiger butterfly moth, both in its early stage and its later stages were observed by me. And I was lucky to see this because they're so beautiful. I even learned about the wing structure of a butterfly. I also gained some knowledge about the colors which are present on a butterfly's wing, how they're produced, and many other things about them. The assignment 4 was diversity of mammals and their behavior. In this assignment, we had to first make a list of mammals that could be commonly found around us and note our observations. I observed that each animal is formed in such a way that each and every part of its body helps it in one way or the another. For example, the claws of a squirrel. I learned about mammals and their way of living. Many animals are today self-dependent, yet dependent on each other, which include bats and even bigger mammals like lions, dolphins, and many others. I also learned about evolutionary relationships among animals. I also observed that there are many very common things among humans and mammals. The three-striped palm squirrel was a major part of my observations during this assignment. I believe that every animal is beautiful in its own way, and through this assignment, I could learn more about their beauty. The next assignment was some unique ecosystems in our neighborhood. In this assignment, I learned how small things like even a rat hole can support an ecosystem and is an ecosystem in itself as well. We had to find some ecosystems around us and then observe and then note down our observations. I learned that if any one component of nature is not present, then the survival of others and even humans becomes difficult because we all are dependent on each other. We all are dependent on an ecosystem which goes on, and if anything gets imbalanced, we all will suffer. I also observed that if the population of one organism rises or falls, it not only affects that species of the organism, but other organisms as well. A tree hole and a rat hole were major part of my observations during this assignment. And now I also learned that if the ecosystems would be destroyed, the animals as well as we would be destroyed, and a pretty Mother Earth would definitely collapse along with us, and no one would survive. Assignment 6 was sound escape of nature and eBird. In this assignment, I learned how to identify many species of birds and also how to identify the calls of many birds, as well as got introduced to an online platform known as eBird. I learned that a bird can have many calls as well as many songs, but usually the calls of a bird are more in number than the songs of a bird. I learned that a song usually has repeated phrases, whereas a call of a bird is usually a small and shrill sound. I also learned about how a call and the song of a bird have different uses as well. My eBird. Now, at the end, I would like to thank SACON for giving me this amazing opportunity. I would also like to thank Dr. Shankar, Dr. Pramod, and Dr. Aditi, my perfect mentors, for being there throughout the assignment. I would also like to thank my all the mates present here because I got to learn something or the other from them during this assignment. Now, as Dr. Salim Ali said, and of course, I suppose I've done my bit. It's now up to you, younger people. We, the younger generation, definitely need to do our bit in saving the mother nature. And as we know that it's degrading day by day, and we need to preserve our beautiful mother earth. I would also love to continue to be connected with nature and explore more about it throughout my life. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Navya. Good. Uh, Actually, you had some issue of the containment zone for a couple of weeks, but you have come back very nicely. That year, 1 week except you have done, but all other, many of your assignments were excellent. Congratulations to you.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
You're also very well.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Congrats.
Thank you so much, Navya. So next we have Vaishnavi Shri. Vaishnavi, please
Yes, ma'am.
introduce yourself.
So good morning, everybody. I'm Vaishnavi Shri from Coimbatore. I'm studying in class 11. So, so I am here to share my experience in the Ambassadors of Nature program. It was around 11 p.m. on 10th November 2020 that I checked my mail and saw that I've been shortlisted among the 16 participants for the Ambassadors of Nature program. I had always wanted to be a part of such a program and wanted to contribute for nature conservation, but I never got a chance until I've been shortlisted for the Ambassadors of Nature program. So that 10th November 2020 is the most memorable day in my life, and I'll never forget it till my last breath. So some of the exposures I had where I learned about plants, birds, butterflies and other insects, mammals, and ecosystems in our neighborhoods and soundscape of nature. Every session was unique in its own way, and I really loved every session so much. As like some sessions by Shomita ma'am was fully where, we the participants played a main role in answering the questions, and we talked a lot more than her. So every session was superb. So, and some of the experiences I gained where I learned about variation across India. I learned that what the species I saw here was not seen by my batchmate in North India. So I learned that the animals and birds and plants adapt themselves across India and to different regions. Then I learned about ecosystem. I learned that ecosystem is very important for Earth, and if an ecosystem is destroyed, all of us would definitely perish from Earth. Uh, then I learned that nature is a strict teacher. I learned that if somebody doesn't obey the laws of nature, he or she would definitely be perished. So, though I feel that we go to school and learn a lot, but animals and plants do not. So, but still, the nature is better than humans. We, the humans, destroy the habitats, and we are sinful. And I learned about evolution, speciation, and biogeography. After every session, I discussed with my uncle, who is a nature lover and who is a biogeographer. And after every assignment and every session, I used to discuss what happened in the class, and he used to guide me and give an insight into evolution, speciation, and biogeography. So via this, I could correlate what I learned in the session and what he told. So these are some of the experiences I gained and exposures I got from the 7-week program. And these are some of my sketches. So I also enjoyed my hobbies are bird watching and drawing. So we had this program I could correlate, and I enjoyed drawing and sketching. And these are some things I couldn't include in my assignment. So I've put it here. So, as Dr. Salim Ali once said, I suppose I've done my bit. It's now up to you, younger people. So, I will make sure that I will definitely keep up the words of Dr. Salim Ali. And as my ambition is to become an Indian forest officer, I will definitely conserve nature in my future too. I would definitely carry out my interests throughout my lifetime. And I would definitely encourage my younger students or younger juniors to have love for nature and come together to lend a hand to the mother nature. So I wish everybody, like, this path is leading to a beautiful mountain. I feel that we people should also have endless love for nature and care for nature so that we have a beautiful future. I wish people don't go behind materialistic things but have concern about nature, so our future will be greener and cleaner. So finally, I would thank SACON for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and my school for giving me the information about this program. And special thanks to Dr. Aditi, Dr. Pramod, and Dr. Shankar for giving us an insight into nature ambassador about nature, and thanks to every of my batchmate for making this a wonderful program. And so thank you very much.
Excellent. Excellent, Vaishnavi. We are happy to hear that you are discussed after this each session. You are discussed with your uncle regarding furthering your knowledge. Actually, we want all of you do that. Not only with your uncle or whoever has more knowledge about this thing, also with your friends and relatives, colleagues, classmates, everybody. Whatever knowledge you got through this program, you should become their inspiration, and that is the meaning of these ambassadors of nature. Tomorrow we want to see you as the inspirations for others. Okay? And all your excellent drawing, even you have not sent, you can now also send to SACON. You sent to Aditi your wonderful drawing.
Yes, sir. I sent my drawing study.
She has shared it, sir. Yeah, and she has given a small write-up also. So if Dr. Shankar permits, I'll use it for the newsletter.
Okay, excellent. And also, see, particularly you are the cat drawing, and Somida ma'am will be very happy to see that. Okay, we will give you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi. So next is Pranavi Sarvanan. Pranavi, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, all. I'm Pranavi Saravanan from grade 8. I live in Coimbatore. Let me share my presentation.
Pranavi, can you turn on your video, please?
Yes.
Yes. Now you share your. Share your presentation.
Yes. Just 2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you see my slide, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
In first section was about plants. We all like plants. They are one of the beauties of our nature. We can see them everywhere where we go. I learned about plants, their diversity, their types, and more about them. There are three types of plants depending on their size: tree, shrubs, and herbs. There are around 80,000 flowering plants in India. I learned about leaves, barks of trees, then flowers, seeds, fruits. They are in different size, shapes, and color. There was a field assignment which was also interesting. I learned more about plants by observing them. The second section was about birds. We all like birds. They are the wild creatures that can be seen everywhere. I learned why do birds want what. Of course, what do birds want? Of course, they want to survive and raise family like humans. The study of birds is called ecology. Then I learned about interactions of birds. I learned about their foraging behavior, and then I learned how do they maintain their beautiful feathers by just cleaning dust bath, water bath, and sun bath. Then in my assignment, I found rare species of birds like purple sunbird and jungle babbler. I was happy when I saw them. Then third section was about butterflies. We all like them because of their beautiful color. They are the peaceful creatures in the world. They do not fight. Butterflies are also called as flying flowers. I learned about classification of butterflies. Arth- Arthropods different. I learned about arthropods different between butterflies and moths. The difference between moth and butterflies are wing folding pattern, body size, antenna, visits, and scales. They are called Rhopacocera, Heterocera. I learned about their importance, aesthetic value, pollination, optical brilliance, and their life cycle. In my assignment, I observed more butterflies. Fourth section was about mammals. We are also mammals. We give birth to young ones. I learned about what are mammals, how would you know if a mammal, you know if an animal is a mammal. Then I learned they are grouped by what they eat, that is carnivory, herbivory, and omnivory. Their variety, I learned about the variety of teeth, their eyes. Then are mammals social? Then I learned about sea mammals. At last, I learned different forms of diets, behaviors, and adaptations of mammals. In my fifth section, I learned about some unique ecosystems in my neighborhood. In this section, I learned about habitat and ecosystem and their components, that is biotic and abiotic factors. Then I learned about mosaic of habits such as wetlands, woodlands, scrublands, and grasslands. Then I saw a video about the life of burrowers, which was very interesting. And then in sixth section it was about soundscape of nature and how to use eBird. I learned about how to count birds, how to find bird call and bird song. Then I learned how to use eBird, which gives me more interest to learn about birds and upload the birds which I saw. I uploaded the birds which I saw in my garden also. Altogether makes a beautiful this section altogether makes a beautiful nature. To enjoy it, we should also save it also. uh, I like all the sections. I was very interested to hear all the sections which was taught by sir and ma'am. The assignments was very interesting. I was very eager to learn more about ecosystem and nature in our neighborhood. Thank you, ma'am and sir, for giving me a nice opportunity to learn about interesting things about nature. Thank you, ma'am and sir.
Good, Pranavi. You have in between you had some difficulties, but you have presented overall. Your presentations were also good. Your assignments were all good. But sometime in this presentation also, a small correction I wanted to give you. Probably you would not have heard properly. Just again, once more, go and listen to that planned session, which for the first session which you heard, I have told clearly in that more than 18,000 species of plants are. You have written here as 80,000. It's quite different. Okay, it is 18,000. Okay, it is more than
Okay, sir.
1,000. But this is for your information because you should not go with the wrong information. 18,000, 18,000, 18, the 18,000 species of plants are. But otherwise, you have done very well. Congratulations. Take things,
Thank you.
learn more very enthusiastically. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pranavi. Pranavi, you can stop sharing your screen.
Stop sharing.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, thanks. So next we have with us Tarun Siddharth. Tarun, please introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tarun Siddharth from Pollachi, Coimbatore. I am 12 years old and I'm studying in grade 8.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Hey, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, please go to the slideshow.
Slideshow.
Today I'm going. Ma'am, can you see my slideshow?
Not yet.
Not yet. Slideshow.
I think there is a certain delay because of the network. So we go to the slideshow. We can't see the slideshow now.
Just click the slideshow.
Now can you see?
Yes, yes.
Good morning, everyone. Now I'm going to talk about my experience at SACON. It was a very precious experience, and I could not believe my eyes when I got the mail. I actually got it a day later. So first I thought that I had not got selected and I should try out next year. But when I got selected, I was very happy. That was like one of my best days. The first session was about the wonderful plant life. Plants and trees used to prosper and survive in the early ages, but now man has found every way of how not to conserve nature. Through this program, I have realized that the plants have numerous ways to survive, but we can survive only with plants. Sun is the ultimate source of energy, but they are the only ones who use it sufficiently. As Pramod sir has told, each plant has its own bark structure and leaf structure, and India has a large number of variety. Right here in Pollachi, about 30 trees have been cut down for road extension, even though there is enough space. These plants and trees provide habitats for a lot of animals. In general, I have never really examined the leaves or the bark carefully until this program. In that assignment, I had to draw the leaves, so I had a chance to observe those patterns keenly. Taking the tree autograph was my favorite because I had been selecting my best trees around the house, and as the weather was good, somehow that became my favorite. And here are some pictures I love taking. Each plant has its own structure according to the climate. The first one, ma'am, can you see my
Yes,
cursor?
yes, we can.
This one was a farmland near a forest. This one was also found in a farmland. This was a winter location in Manali, and this was near my house. So each trees have uh, different structure according to their weather. Next was the bird life. Birds have been around this world for almost a million years and should have continued to live on. It is should have because a lot of bird species have been knocked out of the food chain or have been made extinct by just one species, man. These birds come in a lot of colors and sizes, but the ignorance of those and the recognition of entertainment and money, they get imprisoned. By saying money, I mean the poachers and the hunters. The house sparrow was abundantly available in India. The increase in country guns made the death of sparrows more regular. Now only some remain. The natural habitats of these birds, trees, have witnessed a serious destruction leading to the loss of habitats for the chicks of the birds. While observing the birds, I have noticed that each bird has a unique way for each and every actions. One recognized example is the method in which the birds build nests. The assignment that was given before made me love birds even more, and I love the part in which we should observe two birds carefully and take down observations. Here are some pictures of my favorite birds I love taking. This is a cattle egret I found in a farm. This is a house sparrow, and this is a peacock, and this is a hoopoe. The next was the butterflies. According to me, these beautiful winged creatures were just any other creation of nature until the eye-opening session with Arun sir. My favorite butterfly is the crimson rose. It is because of the color and the venom potential in them. The butterflies have a very good camouflaging capability and are inspired for a lot of things, including fighter planes. I have taken a picture of a camouflage butterfly and it's given below, so we could not find the difference between the flower and the butterfly. My favorite part in the assignment was observing the common grass yellow because they are swift and agile, fly around in circles. I also love taking pictures of the butterfly and had to wait for a long time for them to settle down and click one perfect picture. Here are some pictures of crimson rose and a common grass yellow I love taking. The next session was mammals. One of my favorite type are the mammals. I love them because I'm surrounded by a lot of mammals, including cows, goats, and dogs. In this era, people abduct mammals for money, and as the most captured mammals are the predators, the tertiary consumers are decreasing rapidly. In the session, I like the part where we could find the mammal and its type by looking just at its teeth. In the assignment, I loved to observe the street dogs as that area was infested by them. They fight at a specific time and take rest together. When I started studying about mammals, I came to know that each mammal is important to keep the nature stable. I also love taking pictures of mammals because they are a bit sluggish compared to butterflies. Here are some pictures of goats, dogs, and buffaloes. And this cow right here was just born on Friday, and I love taking the picture. The next session was the ecosystem. An ecosystem is a lot more than anyone knows because it is because of the usage of not one but many animals. If more animals use the area, it would mutate according to the need of resources. In that session, I absolutely loved the video that Aditi ma'am had shown. I had loved it because that clipping we could see one burrow used by more than 3 animals. In the assignment, I comparing the two ecosystems as each one had a unique characteristic. And here are pictures of ecosystems I love taking. The next session was about the soundscapes of nature. This was one of the most interesting sessions because it urged me not only to look at nature but also to hear it. The eBird platform has also helped me in identifying some birds in our area and will also help me by pointing out the hotspots for birding. It also urged me to explore more birds and learn their habitats. Even though I don't know many variety of birds, I will do my best to develop my skills in that field. And as Pramod sir has told, migratory birds have definite shape and structure while they're migrating, but when I took the picture, they did not have a definite structure. So here are some. Here's my favorite call that I recorded on Tuesday by the yellow-billed babblers during evening. One second.
Tarun, have you stopped sharing your screen? Tarun, you there with us?
I think he's lagged out.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Tarun?
So I think his presentation was almost done.
Okay, Tarun.
Tarun, you can join in again and we'll move on to the next participant. Thanks for your presentation. We'll come back to you. Next, we have Krishna Kishore with us. Krishna, please introduce yourself and share your screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Krishna Kishore. I am from Telangana, Hyderabad. I am not a great nature lover, but I am surely a universe lover. And I never expected that I will be selected in nature, ambassadors of nature, because I don't have any great love towards any particular kind of creature, but only towards physics and science. And this journey made me get more interested in all kinds of mammals, insects, birds, plants, etc. Now I'm gonna share my screen and show my journey video. Ma'am, are you able to see?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you hear the sound?
Yes, we can.
I enjoyed drawing the leaves and observing the patterns of the veins, which are very different from every leaf to leaf.
You can let the video play and talk in between. Okay, no need to pause.
These are tree autographs. I loved drawing them, and the trees were very shy in giving me. This is week 2 on birds. This temple is surrounded by many pigeons, more than 50. This is diversity of insects and butterflies, importantly. This common merman flies rapidly around every plant and lays eggs very quickly. I was very shocked at such sight. I couldn't see the butterfly which was hatched from the cocoon, but I found its cocoon. This is the world of ants, very tiny and very interesting. Week 4, diversity of mammals. These are some street dogs. The pups run towards its mother when it arrives and drink milk from it. This was a very kind observation for me. Buffaloes have wonderful teeth. The cat doesn't stay stable in a place and always runs around my house. This ant collects food and tries to take it to its place. The big ant is dead, and the small ant is very worried and is trying its best to help it. The red ants finally come when they understand that the black ant is dead. The week 6 is eBird assignments. Due to my good fortune or some wonder, just before 2 days of the submission of eBird assignment, I found this peacock.
Are we still having Krishna with us?
No?
I think he liked to.
Oh, he just okay, admitting he has.
He's here. Yeah.
Krishna? Krishna, yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ma'am, there's power cut, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. Now you can go ahead.
I think
You are audible, no problem.
Yeah, you can just speak. Yes.
You can continue your.
that was done, ma'am, video.
Okay.
Actually, I have done more than that. I have climbed a tree. I was lost in a forest. It was a wonderful experiences which I have reduced to only 6-minute video. I have shared the entire video length of 90 minutes with you, sir. I have mailed it to you. You can watch it.
Okay.
And this SACON journey will help me to grow my love towards nature, not only the space, but every other organism around me. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Krishna, very good. Now today we could see your forest of your near to your home directly, which you are always talking. We could see and understood what you are talking about now. Another thing is you said you are only universe lover, not nature lover. Universe include nature also. There is no difference between these two. Or even all the space, everything is part of nature. Nothing to all, not only the living being, living organisms. Okay, you have done a very good work. Congratulations to you. All the best for your future studies.
Thank you so much, Krishna. Tarun, you would just like to conclude?
Yes, ma'am.
You can just
Finish 1 minute, less than a minute.
less than a minute, yeah.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Only one
Excuse me.
more. Okay. Yeah.
You can go to the slideshow.
This was actually the call by the yellow-billed babblers.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can conclude now. Yes.
And thank everyone for letting me know Dr. Sankar for being my mentors through this journey, and I especially thank my biology teacher for letting me know about this program. I had absolutely loved the journey, and I hope I will keep in touch with SACON, and I will be a nature lover till the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Tarun. Thanks, Krishna. And next, we have with us Pranavi Kulothungan. Pranavi, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Pranavi. I'm 11 years old. I'm going to share my screen.
You're from which city? Which state?
I'm from Vandalur, Chengalpattu.
Okay.
Nature of Ambassador Program by SACON, presented by Pranavi Kulothungan. About the program, the Nature of Ambassador Program creates interest to know more about the nature. And I understood what we are getting from the nature is priceless, so we should respect them. Particularly at this corona situation, I realized nature is most intelligent than human and the other technologies. After this program, I see a nature in different way, like how they are unique and try to know the reasons for that. The session was a good opportunity to learn, understand, and explore about the nature. It is more interesting to know how all creatures connected to each other. It was really good experience to visit the park, lake, and gardens to learn about nature and observe them. I spent my free time very useful during this pandemic situation. Our first session was plants. I've seen varieties of plants in a forest genetic research tree park. Common trees of my surroundings are neem, drumstick, coconut, palm, mango, and few other trees. Mountains and forest area is near us. There we can see more trees and bubble tree and so many creepers. Second session is birds. I saw lots of birds in open fields and on trees near the lake. Very difficult to notice purple sunbird sitting on tree because the color of the tree and bird is same. I saw more than 500 of cattle egret bird near the lake. And a pure hummingbird was flying in one place to catch the fish. Always it is interesting to know how the birds are choosing their place to live and constructing of their nets depends on their climate and ecosystem. The third session was butterflies. I saw few varieties for butterflies. Those are plain tiger, striped tiger, common evening brown, and red-bodied swallowtail. Butterfly will quickly fly away if it hears any small unusual sound. Very difficult. It was very difficult to identify common evening brown sitting on dry leaves, which I have posted that in the photo here. And the small insects which are doing decompose process is most valuable creature. Fourth session was mammals. I saw mammals which around our living area such as cows, dogs, squirrels, goats, and cats. Cows ruminate their jaws when they take a rest. It is difficult to identify the animals once we saw, but they will identify us so easily. How they are behaving with us completely depends on our behavior. The tails of the squirrels is more beautiful, which is used for balancing. Fifth session was ecosystem. Each ecosystem has its own birds, animals, and plants. A creature cannot adapt to another ecosystem from one. Sixth session was sounds of the creatures, and every birds and animals has different sounds. Sounds are short and long. Short was a call for other bird. Long it is a song which only male sings. The e-bird also encouraged me to find and observe the birds, and the e-bird was very useful for me. And thank you so much for all scientists of SACON for this great opportunity to know about the nature. And special thanks to Dr. Sankar sir, Dr. Pramod sir, and Dr. Aditi ma'am, who is taking this session more interesting for us from starting to end of the session. I also learned a lot from your observation. Thank you, friends. I learned many creatures are living near us, so I will not disturb them. I think this is the right place to say thanks to nature also. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Pranavi. It's very good. Okay. Your presentation, your assignments were also very one of the excellent time. All the time you have taken things very seriously. Congratulations to you. Take things same way seriously all along in future also. Do bird watching whenever you get free time. Birds will teach you a lot. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pranavi.
Thank
So next, we'll quickly move on to Tarun Moizuddin. Tarun, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tarun Moizuddin. I'm 13 years old and I'm from Mumbai in Maharashtra. I'll just screen share my presentation. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Okay, so before the program, my mom was actually the one who had told me about it. It had been a normal day for me and I was just lying down, on my bed. I decided to try and get selected because I thought it would have been really interesting because it was all about nature and since it was being organized by SACON. I did not know whether I was going to get selected or not, but I did write both the essays to the best of my ability and submitted it. When I first received the email that I'd been selected, I was extremely elated and really looked forward to the coming sessions. At this time, my family and I were in Mumbai, but we moved to our house in Kihim near Alibag before the sessions had begun. These are images of Kihim. My first session was an extremely interesting one, as were all the sessions in the program. We were learning about plants in this session, and the assignment was different and intriguing too, as it was very, very different from what a school would give us an assignment to do from home. I really, really enjoyed these assignments since they were much more observation based than the ones I had done before in my school. The second assignment was my favorite out of all of them since it was about birds. My family has a great love for birds, and I do too. My mother, father, and grandparents are all avid birders. Salim Abdul Ali was my great great granduncle. You could say the bird loving gene runs in our family. For this assignment, I got up at 6:30 every morning for a week before school to observe the birds and document them. This was tiring, but it was most definitely worth it. There were many things when I was observing that I found particularly odd or really interesting. There was a sunbird that used to come and just look at itself in the glass, window of my kitchen, which was reflecting from the outside. I didn't know what it was doing until I learned that it thought that there was another bird in the window. Some babblers were also doing similar things, and I have a video of that to show you. Birds really don't like monkeys. The one time we saw a monkey in a large tree with some birds, they immediately started flying everywhere, making a huge ruckus. The best season to observe butterflies is in the summer. There was an extremely dismal amount of them this time in the winter. The squirrels here are much, much bigger and fluffy and like much bigger than the squirrels I had seen back in Mumbai. Sorry, this is a mistake. There was a female paradise flycatcher that had the tendency of coming really, really close to us without being afraid or anything. It came less than 5 feet from us at one time. Here's the video of the babblers that were pecking on our kitchen window. Sorry, one sec. Here were some pictures that were taken during the course of the birds. The one is that one on the left is the paradise flycatcher. That's a white-bellied sea eagle. This is a magpie robin. This is a curlew, and this is a woodpecker. This is the purple-rumped sunbird on some flowers. This is the green bee-eater, and this is a lizard that was hanging upside down from a tree. Pramod and Aditi ma'am showed us how to observe nature and our surroundings from a scientific perspective rather than a normal one. We had to think about how each part of an ecosystem relied on each other, why an organism was doing what it was doing, documenting our observations in a specific manner, and lots more like this. I'm extremely happy that I took part in this program as I've taken in so much more knowledge than I had before. This has helped me become more aware of the science aspect of nature that I know and love. Pramod and Aditi ma'am did a great job teaching us, and I will definitely continue as an ambassador of nature and try and spread the love for nature. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tarun.
Arun, in fact, I was talking before, when we are starting this program, I looking at your application, we were discussing. We said Salim Moizuddin, Salim Ali. Actually, Salim Ali's actual name is Salim Moizuddin Ali. I was telling that this is some connection is there with Salim Ali. This person. Anyway, nice to have you with us. It was a nice your presentation and your background. That building also looked like SACON building. Anyway, congrats for your observation. All that is fine. Salim Moizuddin Ali is that now Salim Moizuddin now Tarun Moizuddin also should become one of the good bird watchers in the future. All the best for you. Okay.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tarun. It was wonderful having you. So next we have with us Ishani Vivek. Ishani, please introduce yourself first.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
So hi everyone, my name is Ishani. I'm 13 years old, studying in 8th standard. I live in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So I want to share my screen. 1 minute. Ma'am, can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so this Ambassador of Nature program was really wonderful. The 6 weeks observing that nature is a wonderful experience to me, nature around me. And today I want to share the experience I had the past 6 weeks. And I learned a lot from this assignments, observing all nature and writing them and noting them. I have as Pramod told me, I have a diary noting my observations of birds when I go birding out there. And also in this program, I mainly learn how to observe the things in the nature. And if I have a very common bird like crow, also there are many things I didn't even know about it. And like yellow-billed warblers are very common in every places, but they have many things that I didn't know. And first assignment was about plants. I watched birds for a long time, but I didn't know much about plants. This opportunity gave me a little knowledge about plants and how to observe them. I got to know about all the common plants near me, and I know plants have different names, but I don't know their names clearly, and also I don't know how to observe them. And this assignment gave me a knowledge about when the plant have a particular time for flowering, and they have a different types of shapes in different plants. And also the main thing is autograph of the bark of the tree, because every tree have a unique type of bark shapes. That is a very interesting thing I observed. And bird watching is second session. And the only bird watching is not only watching birds and photographing them. Not only that, bird watching has many things like their territory, and like I have observed roasting the parakeet has a hole, tree hole. When another parakeet came near the tree hole, it got a fight between it. Uh, Between the same species and between different species, and the connection, that session was really good, and observing that was really good. In this photograph, I have seen the difference between the male and female species of birds. We can see them in the comparatively. The male of the paradise flycatcher has a long tail than the female. Near my house, there is a little plot of scrubland and a little stream, a little plot of agricultural land, and a lake nearby. So, in a 500 meters distance, I have a different type of habitat, but different type of habitat, but the soil component is same, but the trees differ from lightly different from each other, but the birds are very different from each other. Like grey wagtail do not come from this field to scrubland. Like these warblers, these warblers do not come near the stream or lakes. So they are very different from each other. So from my left, the first one is Keys warbler. It's a very small and very active bird. I spend more time observing them. It eats the fruits from the acacia tree. All the small warblers feeds on them. Like this lesser white throat is a migratory bird, and it's a little rare. And I saw two of them in two trees, and for full time in my neighborhood, it stays on the two trees and feeds on the two trees only. They will not go far away from that. And the below one is a grey wagtail. It's also a migratory bird. The grey wagtail is smaller than the white-throat wagtail, and whenever the white-throat wagtail is mostly in a pair or in trios, the grey wagtail is mostly single, and mostly the grey wagtail is very afraid of white-throat wagtails. They will always scare grey wagtails. So then butterflies. Butterflies, I love butterflies not only at the adult stage, they also the caterpillars, the pupas, and the eggs. I mostly observe skipper families butterflies life cycles because there is more host plants of them near my neighborhood. And this is a lime butterfly of swallowtail's family, but it doesn't have a tail, but it also belongs on the swallowtail's family. This is a common jay. It's a mud puddling. So butterflies have a different behaviors, and I love to observe them, like mud puddling, basking, etc. So this is the dam butterfly. They mostly prefer sitting on the ground and rocks. Next, mammals. Mammals. This is a Spitz dog. I have Spitz dog in my home. I mostly observe it for my mammals assignment. I have seen goats, cows near my home, and only mammals we can see teeth, and they differ from each others. Like their canines, like squirrels have a long incisors than the carnivores, like dogs. So mostly dogs have fights for many things, like its territory, and many street dogs comes in front of my home to fight with my dog, and it's very interesting to see that. And the assignment for ecosystems like choosing a habitat, looking at whatever the birds, animals, insects stay there, uh, and looking at that was very interesting to see the ecosystems around me. There are many ecosystems around me to watch. And the last assignment was eBird and the soundscape. To observe these bird calls, sounds was very interesting, and the uploading in the eBird site also was good.
So thank you for the guidance in Salim Ali Center. So I will also continue this watching, observing the nature for a long time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishani. All these photographs of yours, that paradise flycatcher and all, your own, your own.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, good photographs. Okay, continue watching this. Continue your passion. Learn about it. You told me you were not well last week. Doesn't matter. You have done a good presentation. Don't worry about it. Very good. Nothing to. All the best. Continue. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ishani. It was a very nice presentation and photographs. So now we have 2 speakers left for the session. So Pragadishwaran, would you like to? So Pragadishwaran is not here. So yeah, Arnav and Parthiban. So Arnav, so we'll start with you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Arnav Deshmukh. I am 12 years old and I am from Nasik, Maharashtra. And today I am going to share my experience about the Ambassadors of Nature program. In the first session, I learned about plants, different types of plants, their leaves, and seasonal flowers. I also took the tree autograph from the tree and they were very interesting. And then after having some information about plants, I decided to research on the plants for specialty of Nasik. So I found one plant whose name was Ceropegia angenerica, which is a species only found on the Anjaneri Hills. This is the photo of the Anjaneri Hills where a number of species are there, and this is the Ceropegia angenerica, and in local language it is also called Kandil Pushpa. And in the second session, I learned about different species of birds, their habitat, and also came across a wonderful term called bird counting. And in the last session, these lectures also gave me the way to create my account in the eBird. It was very wonderful. And the specialities of Nasik. The Nandur Madmeshwar Bird Sanctuary is the bird sanctuary which was the first Ramsar site of Maharashtra. It has many wetland birds, and the vulture restaurant at Khoripada, Harsul, Nasik is also a very interesting things. This is the picture of the Nandur Madmeshwar site and the vulture restaurant. Then after this, I learned about butterflies, different species of butterflies, their life cycle, behavior, and also knew about some host plants of butterflies. The blue mormon butterfly is the state butterfly of Maharashtra. In the next session, mammals, types of mammals. I learned about types of mammals, their behavior. And some wild mammals found in Nasik are leopards and rusty spotted cat, which is found on the Anjaneri Hills. I also learned about ecosystems and the wonderful ecosystem of porcupine. Thank you.
Thank you. Arnav, it was very good, cute, and good presentation. We now got to know that you have taken it forward. You have explored your own ecosystem with whatever input we have given. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Arnav. And our last speaker for today's session, Parthiban. Parthiban, please introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to all. Good morning to all.
Turn on your video, please.
Yes, ma'am. I am Parthiban. I am studying in 10th standard in Coimbatore, Keethaman Matriculation Higher Secondary School. I am from Tamil Nadu. I am sharing my screen now.
Sure.
Okay. Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. In our first session in Ambassador of Nature program, I was little scared because of new teachers, new friends, new atmosphere. I have think more about this program, like how they are behave with us. They will be stricter, calm with us. Like this lot of expectation, I participate in this program. In every sessions, I enjoyed it, I loved it, I learned more and more. In this every sessions, 1 minute time when I need to talk about my project experience, in that except me, everyone saw their experience in very well and in good manner. But me, very poor in spoken English. Because of that, I will scared to speak in front of everyone. But I will do my best in every sessions. Some of the sessions I couldn't attend. Sorry for that. In these sessions, I have seen more talented persons and I enjoyed their project experience. I am proud to say that I was part in this program. My first sessions experience. In every sessions project, I learned more and more. Now I share my first sessions project experience. How humans' fingerprint is unique. Likewise, every trees, plants, and flowers are unique to each other. A single tree bark pattern is unique to another tree bark pattern. Like that, leaves pattern, flowers pattern, everything is unique. It proves that nature always be unique. Second session, project experience. I love to do this project. I see many beautiful birds and I observed some of the birds' beautiful behavior. In that, one of the bird behavior attracted me. I am admired to see that bird. It named is roasting parakeet. It was sitting on the Madras thorn tree. In Tamil, it is called as a Kodukka Puri tree. In the tree, one of the parakeet eating the fruits in the tree. I love to see it. My third session experience. In this session's project experience, I'm sad to see that none of the single butterfly I doesn't seen in my surroundings. In that situation, I was confused. My thought was how to complete my project. So I asked to my seniors, what was the reason none of the single butterflies are in my surroundings? They said the reason that it is rainy season. In this period, none of the butterflies won't come. No, another is no host plant for butterflies in my surroundings, and more reason is that they told. My fourth session project experience is, in this session project, I observe many mammals' craziest and funniest, cleverest behavior. In that, I observed some teamwork in it. I love to see it. Example, dogs create a border and take rest there. They won't allow any animal to cross the border. They allow only their families and friends. I like this teamwork. My sixth session's project experience. In this session's project, I'm not only observed bird, I'm also observed their sounds. When I'm hearing some of the bird sound, it hears like melody song. So beautiful to hear it. What are the birds in my surroundings? I need to upload in eBird. It is a new experience to me. I love to do it. Help of this program, I learned more things apart from my subject. I observed most what are the beautiful creatures present near of me. Thank you so much for giving me a great opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Parthiban. You have missed one session. Otherwise, you have also done good work. All of you have done excellent assignments presented in all these 6 weeks. Now, first of all, congratulations to you all for concluding till now. All the 6 weeks you have done excellent work, and you have presented also in time. You are very disciplined. Though when we have given a timeline, most of you, 99%, you are, unless there is a genuine reason, you are all followed the rules which we have set for this program. Congratulations to you all. For you to give you best wishes, when the inaugural session, first day, Dr. Sankar was there, and he came and gave you, inaugurated and gave you best wishes, and you started the journey 6 weeks back. Now you have done so much. You have presented also well. Now I'm sure sir was sitting and listening to all your presentation. So Aditi, if you don't have anything specific to say, I will request Dr. Sankar to give the valedictory session and the blessing for their future endeavor.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Dr. Sankar, sir, over to you. Sir.
Yes, I just unmuted.
Okay.
All the presenters, children, you've done wonderful. I was really amazed to see the PowerPoint presentations you guys made. Some of them, were really very good in terms of contents, in terms of, the color combinations and the quality. And also you spoke really well, all of you. You really spoke well about what you have learned. And so giving a presentation online, this itself is a, what do you call, it's an art. And you have now gone through that. And to me, all of you are winners. And you all have done your job sincerely and done it excellently also. And what I want to ask is, I just want to ask, Arnav Deshmukh, are you there?
Arnav, please unmute yourself.
Arnav, can you hear me?
I have asked to unmute him. Yeah.
Okay.
Arnav.
Are you there? Can you hear me? I'm just asking you a question.
Just a minute, sir. I think he is there.
Anyway, Arnav mentioned about Vulture Restaurant. I am more.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
hey,
sir.
Arnav, you mentioned
Yes.
about Vulture Restaurant. What is it about?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, there is a place where people go, and if any cattle is dead, so they keep it there in their place, and then vultures eat it. So it is called the Vulture Restaurant.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So, Arnav, the vulture population in India has gone down drastically, and
Yes,
maybe
sir.
about 95% of vultures we lost. And I was very happy to see the vultures there in your video. Quite a few of them, I could see. So good that, they are coming back. And so they are good. They are scavengers. They play a very good role in the ecosystem. All of you know. And
Yes, sir,
if
they
they
clean the
disappear,
ecosystem.
from the ecosystem, then what will happen? All the dead animals will rot, and then there will be disease spread. Okay, and it's a danger for our own community, for humans, right? So vultures were playing a very good role in the ecosystem. Thank you. Now, then somebody showed a picture of, I think 3 people or 4 of you showed paradise flycatcher picture. Okay. And do you know the male paradise flycatcher looks white in color and it has a long tail, white tail. Okay. So my question is, anybody can answer, how many years it takes for that male flycatcher to develop that white long tail? How many years it can take?
1 year.
1 year? No. Anybody else?
So 2 years?
2 years? No. Guess. It's more.
5 years.
It's more.
10.
No,
10
it's
years.
about 6 to 7 years it takes for the male to develop. It'll be brown in color, then it will become white, then the tail also starts growing, and then it will have a white tail. When it has a white tail, then that has become a matured individual, adult individual. Okay, by the time it is about 6 to 7 years old, then how long it will survive in wild? Maybe another 1 or 2 years. That's all. Beyond that, it cannot survive. It's about 8 years, 9 years. That's the life. Okay. So whenever you see the paradise flycatchers, the male with the white tail, you can tell your friends that this is an adult individual, adult male, and it has already lived for about 7 to 8 years, 6 to 7 years for sure, no, and maybe in another 1 or 2 years they will die. Okay, so it's a good sign that you are sighting such a beautiful bird which has undergone various molting stages. Okay, it's called molting. When they start changing their color. Good. That's one thing I wanted to say. Then somebody said, goats. Somebody saw goats
Yes,
eating
sir. Yes, sir.
parthenium.
I saw.
Okay, and that student was very happy. Okay, yeah, yeah. I will also be happy to see goats eating parthenium. I have also seen. Okay, and so can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
can
sir.
you hear me?
Sir,
Yes,
you're
sir.
Okay,
audible.
fine. See, I have also seen goats eating parthenium, but it cannot, sustain only on parthenium eating. What will happen? Parthenium has a lot of secondary compounds, tannin and lignin, and any animal which eats it, beyond a certain quantity, it will develop diarrhea. It cannot digest. They don't have that microflora in their stomach to digest parthenium. So that goat might have been an inexperienced goat. Might have eaten a small portion. Then after that, it would have got into diarrhea. And it would have given trouble. Then after that, it will not eat again. Okay, so parthenium is not a stable diet, and still it has been not eaten by ungulates. Ungulates are hoofed mammals. They are goats, they are buffaloes, they are cows, they are deers, they are antelopes. All are called, ungulates. Okay, hoofed mammals. They walk on hoofs. Okay, two toes or single toe, um, like like horses and then donkeys. They have single toe touching the ground. And then somebody said uh, the- he or she had seen cows ruminating. Okay, using their jaw, ruminating. They are ruminants. Very good. Somebody has taught you ruminants. And you know what? Do you know ruminants? Ruminants are cows, buffaloes, deers, antelopes. They're all ruminants, right? And goats also. And they eat their food. The food goes inside. They have four-chambered stomach. Okay, the food goes into chamber number one, which is called rumen. Then when they take rest, okay, then they regurgitate their food, and then they using their, what do you call, jaw, and there are teeth there. Okay, using their jaw, they grind the food which is regurgitated, and with the aid of saliva, they will grind. After that, when it becomes, more and more tiny, and they will send the food inside. Then the food goes into another chamber. It's called chamber number two, reticulum. Okay, so these animals, are very, very. God has given them four chambers, but whereas you and me, we have only single chamber stomach. Okay, a cat has got a single chamber stomach. Okay, and the disadvantage of single chamber stomach is it is complicated. That's all. Okay, they are a group of animals, and only one message I want to convey across. Whenever people throw plastic bag or any plastic product, in forest areas, okay, where you, or even in urban areas, around your houses and all, you might have seen cows coming and eating, buffaloes coming and eating, plastic bags, and in forests people throw plastic bags, and then deers come and eat. And I have seen even the eaten plastic bags, they go inside the stomach, then it comes back, then when they ruminate, they comes back. That time it gets choked in the trachea. That's the food pipe. Then they cannot breathe. Then they die. I had even conducted postmortem of animals, and I found, what do you call, polythene bags in the throat. Okay, black buck. I had come across spotted deer. Okay, died of plastic. Cows. I had come across, died of plastic choking. So you can tell, your friends, and educate them, And also about this aspect, the plastic is very dangerous. Okay, not only to the ecosystem, because it will take years, for its for it to become a manure, or to decompose. Okay, and there are some plastics, thermocol and all, and it will take 100 years for becoming a manure. Okay, anyway, they are very, very dangerous to the ecosystem. Okay, then somebody said birds do not like monkeys. Okay, not really so. Okay, but birds will not like monkeys when the monkeys are trying to destroy their nest. Monkeys are predators also. They feed on bird eggs. They feed on bird chicks. Okay, they destroy the complete nest. Okay, the weaver bird nests and all. Sometimes monkeys ransack. They'll just pull down and then get the eggs out and then eat them. Or if there are chicks inside, they will eat them. So the birds also know that they are their predator. That is why birds do not like them. I thought I will share these things. Then you have somebody also said that imbalance in the ecosystem. Okay, you all have read that very well. Okay, what happens when there is an imbalance in the ecosystem? There is something wrong going to happen. Okay, I'll share you one small experience of mine. In Sariska Tiger Reserve, Rajasthan, there is a tiger reserve. All the tigers disappeared, poached. There are about 12 to 14 tigers. Then there is ecological imbalance to happen. Okay, because they were top carnivores. They were occupying the topmost level in the ecological pyramid. So they disappeared one day. Then within what happened, 2 years, their prey animals, okay, deers, they multiplied in numbers. Pigs, deers and all multiplied in numbers. They started raiding crops, okay, around the human habitation. So then the farmers got, so pissed off. They said, Ariyar, why this happening when the tigers were there? There was no crop depredation. These animals were not coming to our crop fields. But now when the tigers disappeared, now they have multiplied in number. They are now coming and raiding our crops. Then they gave a petition to government. Then the villages, local people said that, please bring tigers back. So we brought tigers back with people's support. Okay, and then after the tigers came, then they started managing a balance in the ecosystem, and now there is no crop depredation. So it has happened, in one of the tiger reserves. So I'm not going to give up. Already it's going to be 1 o'clock, and you guys are there staying on in the virtual mode. I congratulate all of you for having learned something. Okay, all of you learned something, and then there is no end in learning. So every day you learn something, and then you meet people, and then you see something, and then you learn. And now something has been taught to you. Okay, now you are the ambassador of nature. You can teach this to others. Okay, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your friends, whatever you have learned, whatever you have seen, and then create some interest in their mind too. So you join hands with people. So you are going to create more and more ambassadors of nature. We cannot conduct this program, whole year, and then we cannot train all the children in the country. So now you 14 people, you are going to train more and more people. Okay, so that is a job which I would like to give. And what I could see, I have been following you. I have been seeing all the presentations and your interactions also. Not during the class, but once when it is uploaded in the net. So I keep seeing whenever I find time, And I have seen amazing all of you, and really we have picked up the cream of the core, who all have applied. You're all very lucky to have selected for having got selected in this program, having got successfully completing the program. I think you completed the program successfully, and I wish you all the very best for your future endeavor. And you can keep this as a hobby for time being. Okay, and so you show more interest in your studies. Okay, that is a core issue for you. And you can keep this as a hobby anytime in your life, and you'll be very happy in life. Okay, staying in nature, staying with nature, listening to birds, and then observing their behavior, anything, animals, birds and all. It give you a lot of interesting information. And so I congratulate your parents who all have who have supported you to prepare your projects and taking you out and then being with you. And also probably some of them might have even helped you in preparing the PowerPoint presentations also. I congratulate all of them for taking so much of interest in their children, and for a cause. We all are working, you and me now. So stay with SACON, and whatever queries you have, you can stay in touch with us. You can send emails, right? And so let us see sometime. Later in life we'll meet. Okay, once when the pandemic gets over, Corona and all, we can travel and all, and we know that where and all you live, Then I'll give you a call and then I'll meet you personally. I think I have, I think I've talked a lot, and so I leave it with Dr. Pramod and Dr. Aditi. And I also thank my colleagues, Dr. Aditi and Dr. Pramod for, organizing this program. And also there were speakers, my other colleagues who also chipped in and then taught you. Okay. So I take this opportunity to thank all of them, and I will now leave it to Dr. Pramod and Dr. Aditi to conclude the session. And my congratulations to all of you for the successful completion of this Ambassadors of Nature program. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Now, before I go
Thank
to
you, sir.
the
Thank you,
formal
sir.
vote of thanks, Aditi, Dr.
Yes,
Aditi.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, you can conclude.
Okay, then I will.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we have all of you. So as Dr. Shankar, our director, told you, you are from more than 60 participants who applied for this position. 16 people we have identified based on the first inclination towards nature observation you have shown through your write-ups, which you have proved to be correct. You proved us correct, actually. Now our selection, we found that, and you were all very good in discipline, and whatever we have assignment which you have given, you have done excellent. So congratulations to you all, and also thank you all for being very disciplined, very good students, and done excellent assignments and participating in very well. First of all, I would like to, for this, to make all these things happen, I wanted to thank our director, Dr. K. Shankar. When we had this idea of this program, immediately we went and discussed with Dr. Shankar sir, and he said immediately he's our spirit behind us to do this program. He was very happy to support us, and we immediately decided to conduct it in association with that week of Dr. Salim Ali's birth anniversary. That week we had decided to start this program. We have started on that day. Actually, first interaction with you we had on the 12th, that is Salim Ali birth anniversary day. And actually it was an auspicious day. It took start and it actually went on well. And this is the first of this kind of a program which we are conducting, and you are all good. And to give that spirit and support on behalf of my personal behalf, also as a coordinator along with myself, as well as with on behalf of Aditi and myself, I extend our very heartfelt thanks to our director, Dr. K. Shankar. And I hope you are also enjoyed interacting with him. He came and blessed you in the first inaugural session, and now in the concluding session also he has given his knowledge to you and interacted with you. Definitely that's a great thing for you to get a small, at least at your age, to have to listen to his talk. So thank you, sir, for your presence today. You have listened the whole day. You have listened to all their presentation. That's a great thing. Okay. Now it is along with us, the two of us, myself and Dr. Aditi was there throughout talking to you, but along with us, three of our colleagues, Dr. Raja Jaipal, Dr. P.R. Arun, Dr. Shomita Mukherjee, they have come and interacted with you and talked to you. Actually, initially I told Dr. Raja Jaipal we will talk about half an hour, 40 minutes, but it went on. All the talks has almost 2 hours it took. 1.5 hours to 2 hours, but because of your interest you have shown to them. All of you asked a lot of questions to each one of them, and later on they told me they have really enjoyed your questions and the kind of thing. Particularly, Dr. Shomita Muji was so happy to having complete interaction with you. You have asked so many questions, and that your questions make us also happy. And it was so. I express my thanks to Dr. Raja Jayapal, Dr. Arun, and Dr. Shomita Mukherjee, because both of us, myself and Dr. Aditi, was regularly talking to you, and that is why I'm specifically thanking both three of our colleagues for their time on a Sunday. That's the more important thing. And your parents and your teachers. Many of you got knowledge about this program through your teachers, and all your parents have actually spared and made arrangement for you on to Sunday to spend almost half a day for you. So I congratulate and thank all your parents and teachers who have supported you to do this, making this whole program very successful. And before I conclude this vote of thanks program, there are some people from Salim Ali Center, our administrative, many people have also supported us in helping in many ways. I thank all of them who are helped us to conduct this program in a very, very nice manner. And we will be giving you a package, prize package with a certificate to you soon as a New Year gift for you. 2021, you will receive a SACON, a prize gift from SACON with a certificate, which you will, I'm sure you will enjoy. Take it as a, actually whenever you contact later on SACON also, you can say, I was an ambassador and I am an ambassador. You have all the right to say as a SACON student, I will congratulate you and thank you. Before I conclude, whatever be the success of this program, actually, it is a painful work of Dr. Aditi Mukherjee. On Friday evening and whole Saturday, you are every second. I have seen in the WhatsApp group, every 5 minutes you will send a one email, SMS or a one email. Ma'am, you got it. Ma'am, you got it. All that thing. Promptly, she answered to all these questions. It was not me. All the logistics of managing this whole program, actually, Aditi did. I wanted to thank Aditi on this whole for her the spirit which she has taken, and with all this program. All of us together made this very success. Congratulations to all of you. It is a very great process, and thank you all once again. And I want Aditi to conclude this program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Shankar. Thank you, all the participants. It was my first experience here with this kind of program, and of course, Pramod sir has over 20 years of experience, and I learned a lot from him. And of course, managing the technical bit of it, yeah, I was also learning. So thank you all. It was wonderful having you, and I hope to see you sometime. Come to SACON. You're always invited, and see you again. You can keep posting your questions, mailing us. Yeah, who's that?
Ma'am, can we continue the group?
Yeah, maybe you all can have a separate group. I will exit. So whatever you have your questions, you can definitely ask me. So you all can continue being in the WhatsApp group. I'll just make an exit. Okay.
Thank you all. I will miss you all in the next Sundays.
Sure. Yeah, we all will be missing. So thank you all.
All of us will be missing you. Anyway, thank you. Congratulations to you. Take this spirit forward, okay?
All right.
Okay, sir, definitely.
Okay then. Bye.